Thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video.
Oh, hi there. Did you know that we have another episode of Doctor Who to go this year? It's actually Jodie Whittaker's last episode, so it's quite a big deal. You should definitely check it out, and in case you had forgotten. Now, I've seen a lot of discourse, mainly on Twitter, about the 60th anniversary kind of overshadowing the Centenary Special, which is an episode that we're going to be getting in October. And, you know, I kind of agree with that to an extent. The 60th anniversary, as it stands, has kind of overshadowed this special. And I think today is the perfect opportunity to talk about it. But before we get into it, hola amigos, my name is Crispy, and we make Doctor Who content here every single week, so if that's something that intrigues you, heck, why not consider subscribing? It's a lot of fun, and if you like these kind of videos, leave a like, it helps the algorithm, please. So the 60th anniversary special, or rumoured specials, are still a long way off, but it seems you cannot avoid it. It has honestly just been announcement after announcement after announcement, and then it was just filming picture after filming picture after filming picture. It seemed as though as soon as Legend of the Sea Devils finished, Russell T Davies was like, you know what guys, I'm in charge now. Hold my TARDIS. And it has honestly been a lot of fun, you know, seeing all these behind the scenes pictures, seeing David Tennant and Catherine Tate on set again. It all feels very 2008, which has been great, and of course is going to generate buzz online, but a lot of people were kind of mad because, you know, when Ncuti was announced, Russell T Davies did this kind of red carpet interview talking about Ncuti and the new series and stuff, and they're like, you know what, we're just going to stand back, you know, we're going to wait until Jodie's episode comes out, and then you'll be sick of us. You'll be having way too many announcements. But it seems like they've already had so many announcements, which is what I believe kind of like triggered all this discourse, being like, oh, Russell, like, he's overshadowing, you know, we kind of need to focus on the Centenary stuff. But I don't think all of these announcements and stuff were necessarily in his control. And this is, of course, because they had public filming. And with public filming, you know, I think the BBC are much more comfortable doing an official release so they can generate that hype themselves, rather than some random Twitter user uploading a photo of, you know, Neil Patrick Harris and getting the scoop themselves. You know, why should we let some Twitter user get the scoop and get the exclusive, you know? But people really need to remember that the Centenary Special isn't until October, potentially late October. Like, there's still so much time. So honestly, I think we all need to just chill, breathe, and, you know, focus on our mental health, which actually leads nicely into the sponsor of this video, which is BetterHelp.
If you're feeling depressed, stressed, anxious or overwhelmed, then BetterHelp are here to help. I know that I've definitely had my mental health struggles. In fact, in 2021, I was seeing a therapist pretty much every week. So when BetterHelp approached this channel, it seemed like a no-brainer because mental health is so important to me. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you, and you can talk to them in an online, private environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network, and can give you access to someone that you may not have in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you can schedule secure video and phone sessions, plus you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. The past week I've actually had the spicy cough, and so I was feeling a bit down in the dumps, so the BetterHelp service definitely helped me through that, and it was very, very straightforward and very user-friendly. You can request a new therapist at any time with no additional charge, so join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. So if you wish to check it out and take charge of your mental health, please use the link in the description. That is betterhelp.com/crispypro. That's betterhelp.com/crispypro. Thank you once again to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. It really does mean the world to me, and mental health is very important to me. So check it out, link below. Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's video. I can't believe Crispy Pro got a sponsor. Anyway, with the way the Chibnall era has been marketed, did you really think that they were going to start pushing the Centenary Special now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's so much evidence to back up as to why they haven't done anything yet. If they had a promotional campaign right now, I can guarantee the hype would die within 4 weeks, and we'd be like, oh, I forgot about that. But Doctor Who's marketing has always been a little strange, and I thought today would be a really good opportunity to just kind of discuss Doctor Who's marketing in the current era, because it's odd. Unfortunately, I wasn't watching Doctor Who back in the Davies era, but I knew that it was a massive program. I definitely knew that it was a massive program. There were toys everywhere. Even if you weren't a Doctor Who fan, you could not escape it from like 2005 to 2010, 2011. You know, there were TARDIS cakes and David Tennant cakes and Matt Smith cakes. Lots of cake. And I mean, everything was Doctor Who branded. Everything out there. You could get this, and this, and this, and what the heck is this? It'd be funny if we got that for the channel. We could do an unboxing of like a 11-year-old product. But I mean, every single series kind of had like an action figure wave, which is a lot of fun. And Doctor Who had such a big influence. I mean, I didn't live in the UK at the time. I'm from Australia, and I only started watching towards the end of Series 5. And even then, even as a young man in Australia, the show was still talked about at lunchtimes. Can guarantee, at lunchtimes all around school in Australia, Doctor Who was a talking point. It was big. And that's not even to mention when Doctor Who was not on the air, because we had things like the Sarah Jane Adventures and Torchwood. I was too young to watch Torchwood, but I can imagine, you know, older Doctor Who fans being like, oh, we are just spoiled for choice. And apparently there was a thing called Totally Doctor Who. I have never heard of this before doing this video, so can someone explain to me what the heck that is? And then as the Matt Smith and Capaldi eras kind of went on, I feel like the merchandise kind of dwindled a little bit. Like, it wasn't lost, it was still popular, but it kind of dwindled a little bit, and that might be reflected in the viewing figures. But then Daddy Chibnall came along and everything changed. When he was announced, I was so excited because Broadchurch is one of my favorite programs of all time. That first series is probably one of the best bits of television I have ever seen. Here's a clip of me reacting to him being the new showrunner.
In regards to Chris Chibnall, I think that he is an absolutely excellent choice as the new showrunner. He is currently writing Broadchurch, as I mentioned previously, and that is one of my all-time favorite shows. It's so good. The twists are amazing, the acting's amazing. So it's quite obvious that Chris Chibnall can, you know, carry his own show and deliver quality content.
And Broadchurch was oh so secretive. They were very, very careful with how they filmed stuff, because they had a lot of outdoor filming, but they were very careful how they filmed stuff. Very, very secretive set. And I feel like that has definitely carried on to Doctor Who. If you think about it, the public filming in Jodie's era was minuscule, was tiny. Which on one hand worked beautifully because, you know, we were able to have the Sacha Dhawan master reveal, the Fugitive Doctor, all of those like massive surprises not being spoiled for us, which was great. But yeah, the Chibnall era is a funny one because with Series 11, they kind of had like a semi-decent promotional package. They had a lot of teasers with Jodie, you know, it was a big deal having, you know, the first female Doctor Who. Yeah, we had those teaser trailers, we had 2 full trailers, even though one was remarkably close to the release date, which is a common theme with the Chibnall era, spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure there was even a Barbie doll at one point, which is awesome. That's huge. And then Series 11 came out, it had decent ratings, the critical reception was kind of it's my least favorite Jodie Whittaker series. I don't think it's bad by any extent, but it's not my favorite. It's not the best. But they definitely did the worst thing with the show's hype and momentum at that point, and they were like, you know what? Let's take a year break. Let's take a year break. And that is, I don't think that's a smart move after, you know, Jodie Whittaker's first season. You know, we had that gap year after Capaldi's second season, and I do believe that hindered Series 10. I do believe that kind of hindered Series 10, and 2016 was a year for Doctor Who. Then again, we had no series in 2009, but we had like Planet of the Dead, Waters of Mars, The End of Time, that weird animated thing. With 2019, we barely had any Doctor Who content, and I do believe that really hindered the show in a lot of ways. It hindered its growth. And then they started hyping up Series 12 incredibly close to the release date, which was January 1st. And a lot of people were under the impression that Series 12, like Skyfall Part 1 and 2, was like a New Year's special, and then that was it. I've talked to a lot of people, and they were like, oh, I didn't realize there was a season after that. So there's a problem in the marketing there, if that's a conversation that's being had. And then with Flux, I'm still so shocked that they were able to get a series out in 2021. Even though it was 6 episodes, they worked their asses off during the pandemic, and I could not be prouder as a Doctor Who fan that they got some content out there. And Flux was fun. Was it the best? Maybe not, but Flux was a really, really good time. But once again, they released a trailer not too far out from the release date of the series. That seems to be a common theme with the Chibnall era. They have the hype push for like 1 month, and they just kind of go for it and go ham. And so now we come into 2022, we've already had Eve of the Daleks, a lot of fun, Legend of the Sea Devils, a lot of fun, and then we have the Centenary Special, still untitled by the way. Side note, really should have released the title by now, if anything. But yeah, we have the Centenary in October, so it's still a while away. But I mean, looking back on Jodie's era, the trailers at the end of the episodes are usually only like a few shots. But with the Centenary Special, you know, we did kind of get a 30-second teaser trailer for it already, and we got a bunch of promo pictures released. So, you know, that kept us fed for a little bit, but I feel like all of us now, with all the David Tennant stuff happening, we're kind of like, we need a little bit more. 1 month out from the special, I bet you we won't be shutting up about it. And I just hope it's awesome. I hope it's 90 minutes of pure, spectacular Doctor Who, and that Jodie gets the send-off that she deserves. But hey, those are just my thoughts. Please let me know in the comments below, do you think the 60th anniversary is currently overshadowing the Centenary Special? Are you excited for the Centenary Special? Do you think it's going to be good? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll read all of them and I'll give them a like. Speaking of likes, please like this video as it does help the algorithm, and subscribe if you have not already. And of course, check out my podcast, Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. We post every single week. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for today, and thanks BetterHelp for sponsoring. That's unreal. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely, lovely day, and I love you lots. Take care of yourselves, and out on Z!